I'll give it a couple of seconds as a lag time. We are live in the studio, live at 12:20 a.m. on a Wednesday. We're back in the studio. My friends, I don't even know where to start. First, before I begin, I must increase my bust. No, I must find out, I must verify that I am in fact coming through loud and clear. There we go. There we go. Loud and clear. That's terrific. Always good to know. Never assume that you're being heard. That's the story of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's topic, have we absolutely lost our minds? What happened regarding Epstein? What happened? What's the story with that? What, dare I say, happened with that? Has the president dropped the ball? Couple of points. Have you noticed how, do you see how tacky the White House looks with these? It looks like a Chipotle, I don't know, some type of a mall kind of food court. Did you see this? Did you see this? This looks horrible. Did you see the president's office filled with tchotchkes and, oh my God. Looks like a gift shop. Look, God bless it. Pictures of the... Let me tell you something. I love this guy, but he is as tacky as they come. I mean, the gold this, the gilded this. Oh my God, it's just horrid. Horrid. Just like with Monica Crowley. Hi, how are you? Who are you? I'm in charge of protocol. What does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, you can say something about the president without feeling like you've somehow lost your sense of loyalty. That MAGA doesn't mean everything you do is okay. Some of the stuff he does is ridiculous. The coverage of Ukraine, retarded. Absolutely retarded. I was listening right now. Please listen to this. The great Stephen Cohen. I knew him somewhat. But he was so terrific. And there's a podcast, a YouTube channel, called Hidden Forces. It was a 2019 piece. It's called How America Lost Post-Soviet Russia. Stephen Cohen. Absolutely superb. And we need to get back to that. Nobody in the Trump administration knows anything about this. They live in this wild west world of I don't know what the hell it is. But that doesn't mean anything. Let's talk about what he's doing wrong. I'm tired of people who say, oh, I think he's... I put up a poll yesterday. I said, do you think... How would you describe how the president's doing? How would you describe? And somebody wrote, or no, one of the... It was like awful... This is regarding the Middle East. Or Ukraine. And it was terrible, stupid, retarded. And somebody wrote, oops, sorry, pardon my hand. That's so rude. So I had it as one of the answers, brilliant. And people wrote brilliant. Brilliant? Do you know anything about this? No, because people still think that I like Trump. Trump's my guy. Oh, for the love of God, what's the matter with you? Jesus Christ. He does some great things. Regarding law and order, regarding D.C., fantastic. But everything else, retarded. Absolutely, positively retarded. He's not good at everything. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that. You can say that. But here's the question, which is the most important. The most important part. By the way, I did a great piece last night on who really killed Marilyn Monroe. Watch that. Some good stuff. Thomas Noguchi came up with some nonsense. In any event, the question that we have right now is for you and everybody to consider and to think about is as follows. Where is this? The question is, what happened with Epstein? Where do we go with that? Now, I want some of your answers. I want your genius. I don't want this usually, hey, Jerry, hi. Stop it. I want to hear your genius. What happened with Epstein? What happened? Come on. Come on, Freddie's there. Missy Nichols is there. I like that no tax on food tips. Same with the JFK files. Fred says, I like Trump too, just hate his presidency. Very good. It sounds like Comey might get snatched up. Bullshit! Epstein is not dead. Come on, Mark, you don't think that. Mark Walden, Epstein is not dead. Stop it. What are you drinking? You drinking already? You're drunk. He's dead. Stop it. Stop it. You don't leave him alive. You know how stupid this is? He's not gonna keep his mouth shut. You gotta kill him. If he's someplace else, he's gonna say, screw this. I go from a 67. He had the largest residence in New York City. He had jets. He had, you name it, all ages. And you want me to go into obscurity, maybe with what? Plastic surgery? Some type of disguise? You better believe he's dead. Stop saying that. You don't mean that. You give us a bad. People think we're crazy because you say bullshit like this. I know you're maybe you're kidding. I hope to God you're kidding. But nobody seriously thinks that. And sometimes, I remember I went to this whole thing with JFK. JFK Jr.'s not, John Jr.'s not dead. He's dead. Boy, they're talking bad about him now. Oh, have you seen this Maureen Callahan? Funny as hell. Very, very funny. This is the most important. The suicided story that refuses to die because he wasn't suicided. He wasn't. He might have been. He might have made look. Same thing with Marilyn Monroe. Oh, tune in at 1. I'm going to go into the Marilyn Monroe thing. Do you know Marilyn Monroe could not drink a pill, could not swallow like a pill, and they say that she might have had the equivalent of like 40 to 50 Nembutal in her. They didn't find one digested. They didn't find one pill. They had no internal organs, no liver, no nothing. It's like the JFK missing brain. Her assistant says she couldn't swallow one pill, not 50. And guess what there was it? Guess what there wasn't near the bed? Remember the pills, I think 2 bottles were empty. Guess what there wasn't anywhere near? Water. And we didn't have bottled water then. There was no glass of water, nowhere. She took 50 pills that weren't in her gut and no water. Come on. You don't need Quincy for this. But Americans are like this. I don't know. Let's see what Laura Ingraham has to say. I don't understand this. This is the most important thing in the world. Chris Gonzalez has got that right. Chris says, at this point, we all know that Epstein was killed, victimized probably hundreds of children. It's not children. I don't want to in any way. I don't want to minimize it. If you're under 18, but there's a difference between an infant, a toddler, a 3rd grader, and somebody who's 15 years old. It's different. Technically, under the law, it's different. So when you say children, we sometimes get the idea that there's infants running around, that he went to grade school, he went to nursery school, then culled the ranks. Maryland, big time, LOL, hyped up on meth, but he, in my opinion, was the last real president. JFK was the most it depends. JFK was, in many respects, great. He wrote, he was so damn smart. Did you ever hear his conversations he was talking on the phone with Ike? When Trump talks on the phone, I mean, it sounds, let's face it, sometimes Trump sounds like, geez, I mean, I love the guy, but he is not put it this way, he is not John Kenneth Galbraith, okay? He did not, he's just, I love the guy, but let's stop. What he did, what Trump did regarding Ukraine is just, I don't even know what it is. He brought people together, sit down, how you doing? Everybody doing all right? Oh, I had a nice meeting, good deal, got a good deal. You say one word 50 times, got a good deal, have a deal. Got to make a deal, got to make a good deal. Gotta make a deal, gotta make a good deal, good deal, good deal, good deal, 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 good deal, gotta make a good deal, had a good deal. Well, what's the deal? I don't know what the good deal is. Marco Rubio, he doesn't know anything. Marco Rubio doesn't know shit from Shinola. His ass from a hole in the ground. But Epstein, it's over, it's a joke, thanks to Pam Bondi. Now listen, either he's a Mossad agent, an Israel agent, he's got dirt on us, got dirt on them, got dirt on somebody else. I don't know. All I know is nobody wants this case to be revealed. Nobody wants this case to be revealed. Have I made myself clear? Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Anybody? Anybody have any questions? They do not want this revealed. It ain't gonna happen, whether it's a file, a list, a log, a black book, I don't know. You got Dershowitz, he's every 2 weeks. Remember, Virginia Giuffre pointed him out first, and then later on says, I made a mistake. It was somebody who looked like you. I don't know. Who looks like, who, what? You know what, that's over. God bless, it's over with. Well, well, well. Make sure you tune in. Tonight's show, loyalty. Anyway, so our good friend, Silas, his name is Elias, call him Silas. He came back. He's been on vacation, and it's been complete and total. It's been a shit show since he's been gone. So he just came in. Now, I'm gonna bust his balls. Oh, listen to WABC. I'm gonna bust his balls like you cannot believe. Okay? That's the way that goes. We're going to have so much fun later on, but that's a different story. Marco carrying the paperwork. Marco is such a... Marco has no idea what he's doing. Marco, why is Witkoff making the decision? So I don't know who's who. I don't know what's going on. The other night I looked up and I saw Lindsey Graham talking to Sean Hannity. Does he know? Unless they got a great deal. Listen, Lindsay might be saying, listen, I got a good deal. When this Fox News gig is over with, how'd you like to work for Raytheon? How'd you like to be in a couple of boards? Hey, play your cards right, Johnny. Play your cards right. Guy doesn't need the money, but still. Everybody's bought and sold. Washington, it's the biggest bunch of bullshit you've ever seen in your life. Lying left and right. Ghislaine Maxwell, where is she now? In Florida? Who knows? But it's over with. It's not going to happen. And we sit in this country. We sit, and we're the most incurious bunch of people I've ever seen in my life. And you know what's interesting? You're the most enlightened. You are. Watching this right now, you're the most enlightened. Okay? Think about that. This is how bad it is. You're the most enlightened. And I'm kidding, of course. Because you're up here at this level. Below that, I'd say, is maybe, conventional media talk. And then maybe below that, different story. But you are it. Oh, Sean never stops when asking his long questions. You know, I have not seen this guy, but in the old days, Sean, I think is almost like not very sure of his own intelligence, knowledge, prowess. He always feels like he's testified. His intros are longer than the damn question. The one I'll never forget, as long as I live, Michael Baden was on, the forensic pathologist, on talking about Jeffrey Epstein. And Sean had apparently just been involved in, or was involved in learning, either taking MMA or something. So he was into this, I'm into this cross, rear naked choke and all this bullshit. So what happened was, as Michael Baden, the forensic expert, forensic pathologist, New York medical examiner for I don't know how long, who knows more about this, the guy that I've been waiting to hear, as he's going on, Hannity is lecturing him on a rear naked choke, carotid restraint. And Biden's looking at him like, "Are you kidding me? You're telling me this? Or are you serious? Are you kidding me? You're telling me this now? You don't think I know this?" But Sean wanted to tell you, "Oh no, because I'm into UFC. I'm into, these little boys with their boxing. It just or fighting. It just kills me. It just, because they think somehow deep down say, I could really handle myself. You can't handle yourself in a street fight because there are no rules, and you're not ready to kill somebody. Unless you're ready to kill somebody, you're wasting your time." Hannity is not that smart. It seems by listening to him in radio, but he's well focused and picks up on the base's mood. Maybe. I don't listen. I don't know. Alex Jones has been absolutely perfect. Number one so far, Napolitano. What a job Napolitano has, doesn't he? Do you watch him? I think, I don't know why, but I suspect that Judge Napolitano is doing a gig. He always wears a white shirt with a different tie. He has a different background. He has the background from his home. I know he has a very beauteous place on a very kind of an estate in New Jersey. I saw him one day. It looked almost like he was in a New York apartment or I don't know what. And he keeps saying, "Thank you for accommodating my weird schedule." So he's doing something else. He's doing something. He may have maybe with a law firm. Maybe he's got a day gig. He's wearing the same shirt and tie every day, almost as though a suit. And he keeps saying, and the background, as you can tell, is keyed in like chroma key, not chroma key, but when he moves, you can tell he's. So, I mean, not that it matters. Not that it matters. I'm just doing these needless investigations because I pick up on things like, this is interesting. He used to wear shirts, more sporty shirts, polo shirts. Now he wears the same shirt almost every day with a different tie. Why is that? I don't think he's at home. I think he's in the city. Fred Haddad Jr. says, "Have an early morning pizza for you and the crew." Thank you. That's a beautiful thought. Nice pizza, terrific. I got this wonderful little thing the other day. I went and I got cauliflower dough. Very, very easy to digest, more complex. Processed stuff kills me. I took some wonderful Victoria spaghetti sauce, marinara. Also carbone's very good. I did chopped mushrooms. Made kind of a unique blend of that. Put it on the kind of spread it about. And it was the most wonderful thing I've ever had. We go, by the way, for pizza dough. We go to a place called Stu Leonard's. Stu Leonard's on Route 3, right there in Clifton. Stu Leonard's is an institution here. And I get this pizza dough. They have it in a ball, and you can get it. It's fantastic. And I get it, and we let it sit for a while, let it stretch, and then you can roll it out, do whatever you want to do. I like to knead it and spin it. Anyway, same thing. It's so wonderful. Vegan, plant-based. 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 By the way, any of you folks who has any swollen ankles? Any of you? Anybody have swollen ankles? Venous reflux. The other day I was noticing, I said, my right ankle looks like it's swollen. What's going on? So I did this test, kind of like a sonogram for deep vein, for varicose or deep vein thrombosis. Clear as a day. Clear. And it went back down. But notice sometimes when you see older people, their ankles are real thick. And if you look at what reflux is, what venous reflux. The blood goes up, and then it goes back down again. It reflux, like acid reflux, where it comes up and then goes back. Same thing. And it'd be caused by a variety of reasons. So I went to had this sonogram done. I had this wonderful Russian technician. She's fantastic. I think she's Russian. She sounded Russian. She had a mask, very nice, very young. Well, one of the things you got to do in order to check your leg is to squeeze your calf. I mean, to squeeze it to see if there's any kind of activity. But it does a variety of things. Venous, bilateral, reflux, sonogram. Check this thing out. This is, vascular reflux. This is, it's wonderful. It detects a venous bilateral reflux sonogram, also known as a duplex sonogram, is a non-invasive test to evaluate blood flow in the veins and legs, and it checks a variety of things. Anyway, she grabbed my calf. I said, Jesus. I almost hit and she's sticking this sonogram thing up into your groin. It's like, God, lady, take it easy. I don't even know you. What, are we dating? What the hell's going on here? But it came back negative, which is also always good news. But I'm noticing more and more older people, and check it out too, older people have this how do I say this? Sometimes these big, thick ankles. Have you seen them? We have a friend who sits there and they say, oh, it's edema. I say, not necessarily. It could be some other things too. Anyway, a little bit of that. Auto-spelled insanity. This sure is a lot better than talking about Joe Biden's prostate. Yeah, remember that one? By the way, prostates, PSAs. Nobody does prostate. My PSA is next to nothing. Remember, my friends, what I want you to think about is my whole thing right now, my focus, if I had to do it all over again my entire life, I would make sure my LDL was down to nothing. From the age of 30 years old, I would make sure that I would have LDLs under, I don't know, I'm not, 20. If you have an LDL of 20, you will never get a heart attack. Never. Never. And we talk about all this stuff, seed oil and statins. Statins are the greatest thing anybody's ever seen. Statins going to cause some problem with the legs, but that's it's brand new. LP little a, lipoprotein A, a lot of people aren't. There's so much stuff, and this is new. And I've talked to doctors who look at me and go, what are you talking about? Let's check your cholesterol. How's your HDL? The hell with the HDL. Particle size. I wouldn't do any of that stuff. Calcium scoring and all that. No, you don't. Why bother? Anyway, remember, check with your doctor. I'm seeing this older and older and older. I'm so tired of Pete Hegseth always showing you how he can work out. Pete Hegseth and Bobby Kennedy Jr. And they're hugging each other and they're working out, and that's good. There's something, how do I say this? There's something about, there's Bobby Kennedy. He's hiking. He hikes. I think that is the stupidest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. Grown man, and you're hiking. Look how strong I am. I can pick things up, Yeah. Look at me. Okay. It's bragging. It's not like, hey, look, let me go out and... Bobby Kennedy's the one who told you, like an idiot. Bobby Kennedy told you that you should have beef tallow. Beef tallow in terms of frying things. There's this anti-seed oil stuff. Bullshit. Beef tallow versus canola. Well, do you know what canola oil is? What are you talking about? There's an omega-6 to 3 ratio that Greger talks about. I love the way, have you heard about pink salt? Everybody's talking about pink salt. Another one too is, who is it? Methylene blue, pink salt. People say, okay, I'll go with it. How about the ice water plunge? Bullshit. Absolutely nothing. No. I mean, it might make you feel good. Hey, Bill, But Joe Rogan, I'm getting up, I'm doing, I'm jumping into an ice bath. Well, that's great if you're at home. How am I supposed to get an ice bath? I don't have ice. Anyway, enough of this. Lionel, your comedy reminds me of Maud. That's a compliment. Maud? B. Arthur? Likedale? B. Arthur? Pumpkin seed oil is good for men. What do you mean good? What do you mean good? I live on Jimmy Dean microwave meals. Check your blood. Have y'all heard of pink salt coming from the remains of dead giants? I don't know what the hell's going on with this stuff. All I know is I'm looking at this stupid. See, I'm in this studio. Maybe you can't see this, but I've got to. Let me show you. Look at this. Can you see this? Can you see that? Tell me. Can you see this? Yes or no? Can you see it? See, I've got this one. I got that. The one on the right there, that's Spectrum. That's New York one. MSDNC, this idiot in the middle, that bald-headed dude. And on the left, we got this. Look at this. Harold Ford Jr., the most boring goddamn guy. Are you seeing this? Can you see this? And they've been showing the same picture of Pete Hegseth doing pull-ups for the past hour and a half. What the hell is going on here? By the way, check this out. This is I don't know if you can see that. That's it's kind of can't really see this. Midtown, sort of. This is the other one I see. See, you got that? Okay? You got that one? We got our dudes in there. There we go. There are the folks. They're the ones who are. Anyway. I like radio stations. I should take you around one day. Maybe next time I'll just take you around. It's really, it's very, very interesting. They've got a lot of good, a lot of equipment here, a lot of good stuff. I don't see any of these people. Nice view for the show. It is. You can see out there in Midtown. I don't want to tell you where, but kind of Midtown-y, sort of, And it's good. It kind of gives you kind of a feel. You can see different things going by. So anyway, I'm going to grab me a coffee. I'm just glad everybody's back. I saw a TikTok about it. Did you, Fishman? Why don't you tell us about it? Fishman says, I saw a TikTok about it. Did you really? Did you have friends around you to share that with? Tell us about it, won't you? Please? Just kidding. I'm busting your balls. You should do Zoom calls. Zoom calls? You want me to Zoom? No. Well, by the way, you should call 800-848-9222. That's the number. I'm putting it up right there for you. And that is what you should do. That's the number to call in. And you can tell Elias, who's answering the phone, I call him, his last name is Raff. I named him Riff Raff. I said, come on, somebody must have called you Riff Raff. No. I said, nobody's called you Riff Raff? Nope. Okay. I love the way the White House looks. Such a negative response. Lord have mercy. I think it looks terrible. I think it looks tacky. I think it looks like a food court. I think it looks horrible. You got rid of the Rose Garden, I think. Did you get rid? I don't know what he did. Look. God bless him. Whatever he wants. But the president's got a taste for shit. Be honest with you. Seriously. He really has taste for shit. It's tacky. It's just, But anyway, I love the guy. There's no other change. But did you see the letter that Melania gave Putin? Oh, please, give me a break. Please. Please. What about, you want to talk about Zelensky? Let's talk about that. But anyway, that's okay. Listen, she's doing the best she can, and God bless her. All right, my friends, listen, you have a great and a glorious day. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you subscribe to Lionel Nation. Lionel Nation. Is everybody subscribed? Is everybody here subscribed? Yes or no? Tell me. You got to subscribe and like this video. I need 200 likes. This is pathetic. 200. I've got 60. What's the matter with you people? I'm trying my best. We're way over 300. Way over 300. I tell you that? 300,000 was like the hardest thing to get. All these other people, these other shows, some of them are horrible. They have the most incredible numbers ever. By the way, I just can't do Israel every day, and I can't do. I can do certain things for a while, and then I just have to move on. I can't talk about Ukraine every single freaking day. Okay, you got it. All right, Fishman, thank you. Fishman and Gracie and Missy Nichols. Doesn't Missy Nichols sound like a stripper? Doesn't she? And here, give it up, gentlemen, for Missy Nichols. Go around for quarters. Just kidding. Juan, Gracie, Freddie Haddad. Freddie Haddad's the best. Freddie's so loyal. It's not even remotely funny. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? It's not even funny. Why would that be funny? Oh, by the way, yesterday, I had a Lyft driver. Second one. Got the same Lyft driver twice. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? I think it is. By the way, I noticed that when I do this, compared to doing it at home, I get a better response, or a different response, because I think it's the look. Who the hell knows? All right, dear friends, I love you. Don't ever change. I mean this sincerely. Have a great and a glorious day. Mrs. L and I have a good day. We got haircut days. Got to go get the haircut. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. We go together. I hate it, but you got to do it, I guess. All right, friends, have a great day. Remember, WABC, go there now. 1 a.m., 9 minutes. See you there, my friends. Okay, we're going to back it on here. Don't forget, until then, my friends, remember, if the monkey's, the monkey's dead, the show's over. Sue ya, da. Pretty good, huh? The way